excited, Skeeter? We're almost there, buddy. All right, I'm at the parking spot. Got my sled full of stuff. We're heading up that way. Yeah, I'm gonna get up to the 2-mile mark up here, and then I'm gonna sit and relax and have a beer. I brought beer this time. Sierra's not here this week. She had another dance thing, so it'll be just me and Skeeter for the next 7 days. But when I don't have her stuff, I got a little room for extra luggage, so beer made the list this time. Skeeter and I just got back to the cabin. All is well. Just how we left it. So I'm gonna make some modifications to this stove here. There are these little vents on here down low, but it doesn't seem to get enough draft for my liking. So basically I'm copying the same design as that little wood stove I had in here, where it kind of has some holes in here, and then I'm gonna put a little like a little steel plate here that you can slide and adjust to the venting. But we almost have to have like the door cracked a lot of the times, which I don't really like. I'm not really comfortable with that. You know, if you have a log roll forward and the door pops open and you got problems. So I want to put a few more holes in this door. For those of you that don't know, in an earlier video I explained that this was my grandpa designed this himself, made the whole thing. So this is a homemade stove to begin with. But this heated his cabin for a long time. But I want to get this kind of marked out, and I'm going to drill, like I said, kind of holes staggered right in here. And then I'll have a little sliding mechanism there to control the airflow a little better. I got one hole in there, but I don't want this to start slanting down as I drill. So I'm gonna put a level on it. So there's the final design that I went with. It's drafting way better. I just got to install that little slider, and I'll do that tomorrow. All right, well, it was certainly nice to wake up at the cabin this morning. Today I've been putting off making chairs for kind of our dining table for a long time. So I'm gonna grab, this is a bunch of that old shack lumber. So I'm gonna see what I can grab out of this. I'm just gonna kind of make bar stool type benches out of these. That's a good one. 2x4 I'll need. That's another good one. Probably be able to use that. Yeah, I should have had this covered with a tarp, but I don't have one, and I forgot to bring one out here, so. Glad to be back at the cabin, Skeeter? Buddy. Which reminds me, once I want to get some stain out here pretty soon. I'm going to stain everything really cool, get some shellac. But this summer, when the temps get above 60 or 70 consistently, I'm going to stain the cabin. So I need your guys' opinion on what do you guys think? Sierra and our most common agreement is going dark, like a dark, not dark, but a darker brown, and then maybe doing, like you see how there's this kind of an accent, piece here, kind of doing something like that. Maybe having a couple logs, kind of a different, maybe a lighter color or a darker. I mean, so that's one option. Otherwise, I'm thinking doing a lighter stain. I don't know. I still got to think about it some more, but I'm open for suggestions. What you guys think would look cool? It's gonna have right now there's actually just a heavy-duty tarp for the roof because I didn't have a trail, so I wasn't able to haul in metal. So I got the Alaskan roof on right now. But now that I got the trail, I'm gonna haul in some metal, and I think I'm just gonna use galvanized metal. But I've seen where with the dark brown stain, I think red looks pretty cool. The most common cabin that you see is the green metal roof, and then kind of green trim with the dark brown. That looks cool. But I've also seen blue. Blue looks pretty cool too, I think. But I don't know, I think right now I'm leaning on galvanized steel for the roof, and then birch bark trim around everything, so it'll kind of have a nice white kind of a pop to it, and then a darker stain. Not too dark, not dark brown, but a little bit darker than what it is now. Not quite this dark, but something maybe like this color, or this one, maybe a little darker. I don't know. We'll see. I don't want to mess it up. You know, I don't want to. That would suck to make it ugly. So, anyways, yeah, I need your opinions on that. What do you guys think? Or should I just leave it and just leave it how it is and just put a what do you call it? Just kind of a clear coat on it. I'm trying to think of the brand. I use it on my Alaskan cabin, and it just shines it up a little bit. Yeah, I got sidetracked and let the stove go out. I know I've talked about the stove a few times, but yeah, my grandpa made this and designed it himself, and kind of the reason why I'm all about using it is this heated his cabin for 35, 40 years, and he died when I was 15, so I know for a fact he would have gotten a kick out of seeing these videos and seeing me that I'm into this kind of thing, and that I restored the stove and all that. It's kind of cool every time I light it or reload it. I think about how many times he loaded it up or relit it and all that. In those 35, 40 years, it's kind of like almost a way I can connect with him, sort of in a weird way, I guess. So that's why I like using this one. I had to bring this thing in and on a dolly and roll it in the half mile this summer. It was the first thing I brought in here was the stove because I knew I wanted to use it and I needed something to cook on and all that. So it was quite the battle getting this thing back here. I mean, this thing's solid. I mean, I think this thing's got easily another 100 years in it. There's no sign of it burning out. So, anyways, it's just kind of cool. He definitely would like that. He would think it's cool that I have it heating up my cabin now. Skeeter just plays hard and naps. That's his life. Plays hard, runs around for an hour, comes in and takes a nap, and repeats that all day. Yeah, I had to get a new outdoor thermometer because the digital one, somebody grabbed the outside sensor for it and went and buried that somewhere. Not to mention any names or anything, but he's got 4 legs. It's kind of nice having that digital one because then you can just, see from inside the cabin, but can't have nice things around here, I guess. Got the sun hitting the panels here, charging up my battery so I can have my phone charged to upload a video today for you guys. Probably be about a 10-minute video or so. It's a little shorter one. I'm going to start making them longer and more frequently. But I think it's like 10:30 right now, and I still got to edit it and upload it, so I'm hoping to have it up by sometime this evening. Like I said, it takes about 4 or 5 hours to upload a 10-minute video out here, and it just sucks the battery out of my phone, so got to have that battery charged. It's actually nice that the sun's out. My mom told me that this has been the cloudiest winter since like 1960 something in Minnesota. So not very good for solar power, but it's been working. So yeah, you look here. The battery's at 12 volts. It was at 11.1 when I started, so that's charged quite a bit in just a couple hours with the sun out. It makes a huge difference when it's not cloudy all the time. And I know a lot of you guys were asking about my power setup, and I'll probably just make a separate video on that because there's a few things I think would be good to talk about for that. So I'll have a video like that coming up pretty soon. Well, both my drill batteries died, so I'm going to take a 5er instead of my uncompleted bench here, or bar stool. But I never got a chance to formally thank you guys for 10,000 subscribers. I never thought that would happen, so I'm really thankful for that. Thanks again for all the comments and everything. I'm glad you guys are liking these videos. Got a lot more coming. So cheers! This beer's for you guys. You guys deserve something better than a little more classy than Miller High Life, but that's what I got. So, but yeah, I was going to talk about the upcoming projects. I'm going to build a porch here because this is just it's just the ground. So I'm going to build a little platform here, and then I'll have kind of like a log fence look coming around. So they'll keep the wood off the ground and be able to store some stuff on the porch, kind of make it a little more neat. I still got a lot of trim to do. I'm going to try to get a bunch of that done this week. You guys will see some of that in the upcoming videos. I'm going to split birch logs in half and do birch trim around the windows and doors and stuff, inside and out. I got that wood shed to build. You guys know I'm in the market for a wood shed since that shack fell over. So that'll be nothing fancy, just logs and then a lean-to roof. I'm just gonna leave it open. And then I got a separate building I'm gonna do that I'm gonna have a bathroom, shower, and sauna in there. So I think that's gonna be a 10 by 10 little log cabin. I'm pretty excited for that. I think that's gonna go back behind the cabin a little bit. And then that hole I cut in the back, that's kind of our temporary bathroom. That's going to be a 6 by 12 addition. It's going to extend the full length of the cabin. But I had to wait until, I'm going to wait until the snow's gone so I can get good footings on everything. I don't want to have to redo everything. I'm just going to wait till the frost is out of the ground and I can, and I know that I got a trail, I can bring in concrete and get some good footings on everything. So I'm kind of waiting for that, but it'll be pretty exciting. It'll have, I think half that room will be a walk-in closet, and then I'll probably do, because we have all of our clothes in totes right now, which isn't really the best setup, but Once I get that room built, I'll probably do bunk beds in there or something, you know, so if I have guests, hopefully. They got a place to stay other than the floor. But yeah, I'm getting pretty excited. It's fun that you guys are coming on this adventure with me. You know, this is a dream I've had. I've always pictured a log cabin in the woods with like cool outbuildings and a woodshed and everything, and got the cabin built last summer. Unfortunately, I didn't have a whole lot of time to do anything else, so not having a trail slowed things down. I had to haul everything in on my back, so that was not very fun. Had to haul in, I mean, water and everything, gas. Just got really tiring to do that, you know, tools and all kinds of stuff. So this summer, now that I'll be able to get stuff back in here, I'll be able to, I think, accomplish quite a bit more. Looking forward to it.